We're at Wildwood Park where tonight the Sheboygan A's take on the Green Bay Blue Ribbons in Wisconsin State League baseball action. Hello everybody, alongside Lucas Schulze, I'm Mike Martin. We'll be bringing you tonight's game. Sheboygan comes in with a 22-17 record. They are in first place in the State League with a record of 11-4. They have 9 games left. They'll be playing 8 State League games over the course of the next 8 days, with 3 doubleheaders mixed in, 2 against Lombard and 1 against Green Bay up there. This is a big game for Sheboygan. It makes or breaks their season in the State League, Lucas.
It's so important to get that first game of the stretch just to give you that confidence, especially you got 2 of your aces on the mound with Eric Schmitz and Jared Reklitis. You look towards this weekend, more than likely against Lombard on the road, you're not going to have your best pitchers, and that's such a huge series to keep that lead in the State League. So hopefully that the pitchers behind those 2 guys can hold up the bargain. Lombard
is 9-7. A sweep of Sheboygan would put them in first place, I believe. It's pretty tenuous. Sheboygan, coming into tonight, has lost their last 4 games. They lost last night to Denmark 18-17. We're going to talk a little bit about that later on. But they are at West Allis tomorrow night, and then they're home against Menasha. You're going to take us home for that game, Lucas.
Yeah, it's a little bit switch from the 8-game stretch of Wisconsin State League games. You get 1 Newbold game in there. So.
Yeah, 1 Newbold game in there. Let me go through the Green Bay lineup. Leading off is their center fielder, Landon Lozier. Batting second is Braden Plow. He's the DH. Eason Hurd is the shortstop, batting third. Batting fourth is Quinn Follish, their right fielder. Dawson Schmidt is batting fifth and playing second. Drew Sidzinski is at third base, hitting sixth. Batting seventh is Boone Kirst at first. Eighth is Carson Hawley in left, and batting ninth, the catcher, Colton Hegner. Benji Hankey is doing the pitching for them. Why don't you go through our defense, a little bit of a change.
Yes. Defensively for Sheboygan tonight, Nick Tenney, he's the left fielder. In center field is Alex Aim, so used to saying Alex Aim, is Chase Hanselman in center field. The right fielder tonight is Sawyer Schultes. Hudson Wagner is at third base. The shortstop is George Haas. At second base is Alex Ames getting his first start of the season there. The first baseman is Jimmy Jurgensen. Behind the plate is Cal Casper, catching for Jared Reklitis on the mound. Alex Ames was majorly an infielder his first year with Sheboygan. Last year played more of that outfield role, and now he's become the team's center fielder almost every single game.
Reklitis making his 6th appearance, his 5th start. He does have 3 complete games. He will not get a complete game tonight. It's been pre-configured to have Rek go 5. And Eric Schmitz to go 4. And a very nice play out there by the second baseman, Ames. Boy, he does a great job in center field, comes in to play second base, and makes a fine play, throwing a strike to Reklitis, who was right on the bag where he should have been.
And I wonder if that's why, part of the reason why he's in the infield tonight. You know, They've got outfield depth in Schultes, who made a couple nice plays last night. You know, you can afford to have Ames play an infield position where he's been stellar in that first play he makes.
Braden Plow up. Like I was saying about Jared, he's pitched 30 innings, given up 27 hits. It does have a team lead of 43 strikeouts. He's got a 3-0 record, 1 shutout and 1 save. That came last week when Schmitty went to 5 innings and Rek came in and pitched the final 4. In talking to Tim and some of the players, they're really focusing heavily on the State League. That's the league they want to win this year. And they are currently in first place. Eason Hurd hitting .286. Couple of doubles, no triples or homers. It's the third time we're playing the Blue Ribbons this year. We played them twice at home earlier in the season. And we'll be playing a doubleheader up there later in the week. A couple of makeup games, rainouts, I believe. Next Tuesday, week from today. 1-1 pitch.
That's, again, just another important games for Sheboygan where more than likely they're not going to have all their best arms available on the road. It's going to be a bullpen day.
Up on the infield, coming in and calling for it is Wagner, and he makes the catch. Plow hangs on at first. What in the world is that? What happened here?
First base single.
Okay. Quinn Follish is up. Follish hitting .310. Don't know what the categories are. Lucas is lining it up on his computer, but once you get to a certain point, you lose what the categories are. 5 homers?
15 RBIs. Quinn Follish gave Sheboygan a lot of trouble. Both
He was
times
1
I've
for
seen him.
4 in that June 24th 6 game. Throw is not in time. Matter of fact, it's in the outfield. So give Plow a stolen base, and then he goes to third on the throwing error.
It always feels like it takes Cal sometimes a little bit to warm up. By that 5th or 6th inning, feels like nobody can run on him.
My initial thought was, and even before the game started, was I hope his arm is okay after pitching. Last night, I think he threw over 60 pitches. So, yeah, you might be not as effective as he usually is. Ball is hit out into left. Tenney races back, and he's got it measured. And that ends the inning. Nothing for Green Bay in the top half of the first.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Back here at Wildwood Park, Lucas is going to go through the lineup for Sheboygan. I'll go through the Green Bay defense.
Starting lineup for the Sheboygan A's tonight looks like this. Leading off is Alex Ames. He had a big hit last night that tied the game, followed by Chase Hanselman in center field. Connor Lazar's hitting third. Hudson Wagner's the cleanup hitter playing third. Nick Tenney, the left fielder, made the catch to end the first. He's hitting fifth. Jamie Jurgensen, the first baseman, is hitting sixth. Cal Casper, he's in seventh. Sawyer Schultes, the 8-hole hitter, is playing right field. And rounding out is George Haas, the shortstop.
The defense for Green Bay, the battery is Henke is pitching and Hagner is catching. Kirst is at first, Schmidt at second, Sidzinski at third, and Hurd is the shortstop. Outfield from left to right, Hawley, Lozier, and Follish. Alex Ames is going to lead it off. Alex hitting .286.
He's just been a consistent option to lead off every single game for Sheboygan, even though he hit second last night. It feels like every game, he always finds his way. It's on base.
In the 2 games at home, Benji Henke did not do any pitching. Henke amazingly hits Ames. Ames hit by a pitch again.
14. Keep counting them. He's going to be at, if he plays one more year at Sheboygan, he might find his way on that top 10 list in just 4 years.
We saw Clay Schwartz leads it by a wide margin. He's a Hall of Famer. He was here on Saturday for Taylor Schwartz's induction. Good to see Clay. Henke has a 2.25 ERA coming in and only had 1 hit by pitch. He's got his second on the year.
He doesn't walk a lot of batters, or I should say, he walks a decent amount of batters. 29 strikeouts to 11 walks in 20 innings. Nothing what we saw last night.
No, gosh. We're going to talk about the game last night. Clear some things up. We got pretty negative later on in the game, the way the teams were playing, but let's look at the positives. There were no errors over the last 4 innings by Sheboygan. I mean, that's the positive.
Led to the comeback.
Yeah. Subs got a lot of playing time, a lot of meaningful at-bats, and they came through in the clutch quite a bit. So that's a positive. They fought to the end. I mean, they got down by 10 runs. It was 13-3, and they came back, tied it at 17 before losing in 10. So they fought hard the whole game. And then the last point I have, that tough game last night, that should help them down the road.
Yeah, definitely. Especially the guys like Ames, who played the entire game. He'll get a lot of playing time in meaningful stately games, as well as Haas. And with the injuries, Kearns is going to get a lot of playing time as well. If those guys get those meaningful at-bats in non-league games.
Exactly. Not a good start for the Green Bay starter, Henke. He hits a batter and walks Hanselman, so Sheboygan has runners on first and second, nobody up, out, and Connor Lash up. Connor steps in. He's got 3 doubles on the year. Pitch in the dirt, evens the count at 1-1. Good speed on the bases with Ames at second and Hanselman on at first. Hopefully they can take advantage of that.
I think the weirdest part about the game last night is that once Sheboygan pulled Lash and Jurgensen, the comeback started. 2 of their most powerful bats, 2 of their best hitters.
What does that tell you? Lash was one of the guys that got pulled early, was 0 for 2. Henke now 3-1 to Connor. Lash doesn't draw a lot of walks. He's got 4 on the season. Swinging at that 3-1 pitch, pops it up into a short right. And ball drops. Strong throw is, they got the runner Ames. Okay, give Connor Lash a single.
No way, really?
Sure, they didn't get any outs until they got the guy off
I don't know
a
if you'd
third.
call that an error on the pop-up.
Oh, I don't know, I wouldn't. I ain't gonna give him a hit. He needs a hit.
You're normally harsh when it comes to this.
Well, first and second, but now 1 out. Wagner with a healthy cut at that fastball. Count is even at 1-1. Bouncing ball up the middle. This could be 2. And it is. 6-3 double play, and that ends the Sheboygan first. They threaten but can't score after 1 complete. No score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
And we talked about the importance of this game for Sheboygan. Here's what Green Bay has coming up. They are 10-7 in the state league in 3rd place behind Kenosha. They are on a 4-game winning streak, so they've been playing well. But they have double headers coming up, 2 at Kenosha. The game tonight against a team that's above them. And then they also have a doubleheader against Kenosha on Sunday. So they got 4 games against Kenosha, who's in 2nd place. And, keep winning like they have been. They could climb right up into the top spot.
I mean, there's 5 different teams that can win this state league without question. The top 5 teams are all above 500, and they're all within 3 games of each other. It's incredible how
all
close
the
this
teams
race
in the
is.
state league are above 500. Addison is the lone team not above 500. They are 2-19, and it's not good for a healthy league to have one team as bad as that. But it does make for an exciting race.
They did get Sheboygan once. Sheboygan and West Dallas are their 2 wins.
I think they also Addison did beat Lombard one game.
Well, that'd be 3 wins then.
Okay, maybe they didn't beat him then. You know the one thing I really hate, Lucas?
What is
Smart
that?
aleck intern. Drew
Sorry.
Sitzinski up. You can talk now. Rec starts Sitzinski up off of the strike. Sitzinski hitting a .333. He's 15 hits and 45 at bats. He's seen pretty much action in the league. Pretty good at drawing walks too. Has 9 of those. But he does strike out more often. Second strikeout for Rec in the ball game. That brings up Boone Kirst. Wow, you are good, Lucas.
Yeah, I know I
take
am.
everything back I said or thought about you. Well, most of it anyway.
Yeah. No way you could take it all back.
Lucas has got this configured now where we can see the categories, what each of the numbers mean. Boone has played in 18 games, 58 plate appearances, has 10 hits, only hitting .227. 0-2 pitch coming up, just a bit outside. Carson Hawley, the left fielder, waiting on deck. Foul tick, but caught by Casper, and that ends the inning for Green Bay after 1.5, no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me smells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
We got some business to take care of before we go any farther. Game time temperature tonight was 91 degrees. Matter of fact, it's so hot we didn't pull out all the windows because we still have the air conditioning on behind us. And then our umpires tonight, Doug Steinke behind the plate, and on the bases is Michael Baird. We've seen those gentlemen before. They do a fine job. Nick Tenney up for Sheboygan, starting off the second. Takes the first pitch from Henke for a strike. Oh, now you broke it. Tenney steps in hitting .253. Last night, Tenney was 1 for 4 with a couple of walks and scored 3 runs.
He's been a consistent option for Sheboygan. On-base threat. He's shown some pop. He does have a home run as well. But a good 5-hole hitter for Sheboygan this season.
Made a lot of fine plays in left field throughout the course of the season. He's very comfortable out there. Pitch is outside, 3-2. Jimmy's waiting on deck. And a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. Tenney not able to make contact. What was Jimmy's high? Was he up over 400 about a week or so ago?
It was more than
very
a week
high
ago.
Very high 380s, 390s.
Mid-June, he was around 370, yeah.
Yeah, and he's been struggling since that hot streak. He's down to 280, which,
down
I mean,
to
that's a
280.
good batting average. Don't get me wrong, but when you're hitting 380.
Those 380, 370 are so hard to keep up. It's amazing that Harry seems to do it almost every season.
Looping fly ball to short center field, coming in and making the sliding catch was Lozier. Good play by him. And Jimmy's out. Cal Casper up. Cal had a tough night last night. batting. Did not have a hit, was 0 for 5. Did score a couple runs and pitched well enough.
Yeah, kept Sheboygan in the game.
Yeah, he went 3 innings.
He was part of the reason, or mainly the reason why Sheboygan was able to put up some zeros and then get that offense going, eventually tie the game up at 17.
Sheboygan had a great opportunity in the first inning. We started the inning off with a hit by pitch and a walk. Lash was able to dump a single into right, but it wound up turning into an out when the play was finally over. And then we had Wagner hit into the double play, but we had a really good chance, and seems like Hankey's starting to get his sea legs. He looks pretty good this inning.
Hey, coming with a 2.25 ERA in 20 innings, picture you have to respect. And knowing that you got to get to him early, we've talked about that many times. Sometimes that first inning is where a pitcher's the most vulnerable. They haven't settled in yet. Get to that third, fourth inning, a lot more difficult to string hits together and get base runners.
2-2 pitch. And that's outside. Good pitch by Hankey, trying to get Casper to swing at that outside pitch, but Cal able to hold up. And a breaking pitch. And it's strike 3. After 2 complete, no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Getting ready to start the 3rd inning. Carson Hawley, the left fielder and number 8 hitter in the blue ribbon lineup, will lead it off. Emmett Salen warming up Recolitis. Emmett did quite a bit of catching last night, did a nice job.
Yeah, he came in late for, I shouldn't say late, it felt like it was late, but he ended up getting 4 at-bats. He came in for Connor Lash to catch, and he did a really nice job at the plate. Got on base a couple of times. And he talks about those guys don't get as much playing time, getting the big at-bats.
Emmett also had a base hit and scored a run in that big 6-run 8th inning.
Should say he reached base once on the single. He was 1 for 4.
That's what I just said.
No, I know. I said he reached base twice.
Oh. Can we make an excuse? You know, we've struggled with this all year, and that is the headsets. We do not hear each other when we talk, and if we have the windows out and there's a large crowd, we actually can't hear each other at all. And that happens sometimes even when the crowds aren't quite as big. And it's a technical difficulty that the person in charge is not taking care of, but we're working on it. There's a fly ball hit out into our right field, and Schultes, no problem, makes a nice running catch.
It's nice to have depth in your outfielders. We saw Schultes make some nice plays and earned him a start tonight in a big Wisconsin State League game. Makes a nice catch and right.
Can I just start plugging things in here, CJ?
Yeah, it's
see
not
if this works? Can you hear me now?
Oh,
Okay, we'll take that off then. There's a ground ball out the short. Nice hop for Haas, and his throw across is in time. That was a Sunday hop on Tuesday.
a nice try though, Marty. You almost figured it out. You tech whiz.
Yeah, that I'm not. That's why when we do our TV games during the football and basketball seasons, I'm later than here because I let all the professionals set it up. So all I have to do is come and talk. We had the same issue with WSCS at times. Now this year, by the end of the season, they got it all worked out, and Scott was able to make some adjustments with settings because some of the equipment was new. There was a good reason for it not working, but it does make a difference, Lucas.
Oh, definitely. You can hear your partner, especially basketball games in an arena.
Oh,
you got to be able to hear because it's going to be very difficult with the noise in the stadium.
There's a hard hit ball out to second base. Ames makes it over to second, and a quick third inning for Green Bay. When Sheboygan comes up, they'll be sending Schultes, Haas, and Ames to the bat.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Sawyer Schultes is going to lead it off. Sawyer's a 300 hitter. Had a couple hits last night. Lucas on his sheet has got him at 313. And he not only got a couple hits last night, he also walked twice. So he was an on-base machine like everybody was last night.
And he plays solid defense. That's what Moyer's looking for, and that's why he started tonight.
Right, he made one really fine play last night in right, and he made a fine play this last half inning, filling the gap in right center field.
And again, we don't know if maybe he didn't play as much earlier in the season because he just wasn't available. That could be part of it as well.
Henke delivers a strike on that first pitch. That pitch is up, evens the count at 1-1. George Haas, the number 9 hitter, is waiting on deck. We mentioned Benji Henke has not pitched a whole lot for the Blue Ribbons, at least the stats that we have available to us.
20 innings is enough of a sample size to kind of, get a feeling of what the pitcher does and doesn't do well.
What was impressive is when Green Bay went out to take infield, they had an army out there. They had like 2 or 3 guys at every position taking grounders, and a good fastball, and Schultes goes down swinging. That is the third strikeout for Henke.
I feel like we say it every single time we play the Blue Ribbons is every run just feels so valuable. It's so difficult to score. Both teams, normally Sheboygan throws their ace. Normally Green Bay's got one of their better pitchers on the mound. And that's why that first inning, it just hurts so bad that they didn't get one across.
Chance to jump on top. Haas batting, sitting now with a 2-ball, no strike count. George still under the Mendoza line, but he has been doing better.
Hey, he has
17 walks. Wow.
He has average versus right-handers above 200 going into last night before he struggled a little bit against Denmark. Did reach twice on walks as he draws another one there.
4-pitch walk puts Haas on base. George has 12 stolen bases on the season, so they're going to have to keep an eye out for him. Alex Ames, the leadoff hitter, is up. Alex reached on a hit by pitch for the 14th time. Sweetness. A good breaking ball by Hinkie for a strike. Third baseman Sudzinski, even with the bag, Lucas.
And maybe he's playing bunt. We really don't see Ames bunt. Maybe playing for it. We'll see.
Takes another breaking pitch for a strike.
The thing about Ames is he's really a complete baseball player. He hits the ball well, doesn't hit it for a whole lot of power, but still finds ways on base. Defensively, he's very strong, whether it be in the outfield or, as you've seen tonight, in the infield. That's why he finds himself in the lineup every day.
Ball is low. Throw down is not in time by Hegner. Stolen base for Haas.
He ties Ames for the team lead in the category.
13 stolen bases. Alex just couldn't catch up to the fastball. It's a good pitch to hit over the plate, but swung and missed. Hanselman's up. Chase, very good average of 351. Does have a home run.
We were talking about early in the season, he had that 1 RBI, and we're like, how does he hit second in the order and only have 1 RBI? Well, now he's got 15. And just like that, snap the fingers, what a hot streak can do to your statistics.
Has 11 doubles. A double here would look perfect.
He didn't play last night against Denmark, one of the big bats Sheboygan was missing.
We got Haas on at second. There are 2 outs. Hanselman takes that pitch in for ball 1, evens the count. One pitch on the way. Bouncing ball in the hole. It gets through.
Oh.
And they're going to hold him. It's a good job. Maybe not. It goes all the way by the catcher. And the slide in by Haas is in time. He scores. Would look like a simple throw in by the left fielder. Got away from the catcher and the pitcher, who was in the right spot. Give the left fielder an error on that throw. Tough break for him. Good break for Sheboygan.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen Green Bay do is make a mistake yet. And the A's took advantage of it right there. Great job by Chase Hanselman to get the base hit through left side of the infield. It was almost a dangerous send by Moyer.
Well, right. He held him at first. Connor bounces that one over to first. And Hinkie covering. It's a 3-1 putout. That ends the inning for the A's, but they do score a run after 3 complete. Sheboygan leads it 1-0.
estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start fourth inning action. Braden Plow, who singled and was stranded on at third base, will lead it off.
Wait to see his numbers.
Well, he came into the game hitting 485, and that's up because he had a hit his first time.
Man, it's no pushover. It's
yeah, 17 for 33. Wouldn't that be over 500?
17 for 34.
17 for 34 would be right at 500.
Right at 500. Very impressive.
He's due to go to a slump.
Yeah, not yet.
Not that at bat. Beautiful hit to center field. First pitch in.
He's the only base runner.
First pitch out.
He's the only base runner thus far for Green Bay. He's got 2 hits.
Easton Hurd, the shortstop, is up next. Easton popped up in foul ground to Hudson Wagner. Hudson playing at third tonight. He was at short last night. First pitch swinging. Hurd falls it straight back.
Yeah, it's a big at-bat here for Recolytis. He hasn't really had to pitch with runners on base thus far, other than Plow in the first. See if he can retire Hurd here, get back on track.
Pitch up in the zone, but it is a strike.
Much different feel tonight.
Extremely different. Matter of fact, other than the hit by pitch of the 5 half innings, of the 6, I should say, 5 of them have been get the leadoff man. Called strike 3. That's number 4 for Jared. And if you count this one as number 7 half inning, 5 of the 7, we got the leadoff man out. Polish takes a look like a slider in for a strike. Not much of a wind tonight. Flag gently blowing in center field.
Very muggy night. Sometimes on those hot summer nights, the ball does fly better.
I was thinking on a hot muggy night it would flow even, wouldn't go
Really?
so far, yeah. Heavy air.
Yeah.
Although there were a couple last night that didn't sound that good,
Yeah.
but boy, they went a long ways, didn't they? No balls and 2 strikes on Polish. Polish flew out to left
Gotta flip a
in the
coin, I guess.
first to end the first inning. Pitch is up. Had an opportunity to talk to Cal after the game last week when Schmitty went 5 and Reck went 4. And he was commenting about it's pretty sweet when you're behind home plate catching and you got the two best guys going.
Yeah, I mean, you know they're throwing strikes. You know they're going to get past here. You know not a lot of guys are going to be on base. And it's a dream for a catcher not to sit in a crouch for 30 minutes an inning.
Polish hanging in there. He's got a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
I mean, 3 earned runs in 33 innings is absolutely exceptional. That's what Reckless has done this season. Even though his hit numbers are up, he just does not allow runs.
There's a drive into left. Tenney retreats and has it. Dawson Schmidt is next. Dawson was one of the 3 strikeouts in the second inning. Well, he's got a healthy batting average. We didn't notice this in his first at bat. He's hitting 365. That's down a little bit with the strikeout, but he's a hitter.
He's got a couple of home runs as well. 2 of them.
Cal trying the pickoff at first, threw a strike down to Jimmy, but Plo was back in plenty of time. We're in the top of the 4th. Sheboygan on top, 1-0. Ball hit out into deep right. Schultes back. It's off the wall. Hit off the do for sign. Coming around and scoring is Plo on the RBI double by Schmidt.
Opposite field approach and showed off that power. That one nearly got out of here just off the do for signs you mentioned. But man, that ball was smoked off the bat of Schmidt. Brought in a run.
For a minute there, I thought it was going out.
Yeah, just didn't have the height.
Drew Sadzinski is up next. Schmidt on at second with his RBI double. There's a line drive. Base hit into left. Tenney coming in hard. Throws to the cutoff man. Bounces past Wagner, but Casper right there to hold Sadzinski on at first. Now here's an interesting little sidelight to these last 2 hits. Schmidt and Sadzinski both struck out in the second. Now in the 4th they got base hits.
They weren't cheap ones either.
No, now we got Boone Kirst who struck out in the second. Hopefully he doesn't get a hit because Green Bay threatening with runners on the corners and a run in.
For Green Bay, it's a moment you got to come through. Same thing for Sheboygan. Left a couple runners on base in the first inning. I guess they only left 1 on because of the double play, but they had a situation where they should have gotten at least 1 run. They came up with nothing. Green Bay has gotten 1 already in this inning. I feel like this is their moment to break through against Reckless.
That pitch is fouled back. Count is 1-1. 1-1 pitch.
Big pitch here for Rick Lace. He's got that strikeout stuff. Can he leave these 2 runners on base? Keep this game tied.
Breaking ball is fouled off. Kirst sitting with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. There are 2 outs. Kirst, I mentioned a strikeout victim back in the second. That's when Rex struck out the side. Pitch is outside. Oh no. Cal's throw to first on a pickoff attempt was low, It got by Jimmy, and it allows Schmidt, who was on third, to score the run. Oh my goodness. Green Bay on top. They've responded. Sheboygan scored in the bottom of the third, and now Green Bay has responded with 2 in the fourth. 2-2 count. Breaking ball up just a little bit. It looked pretty good from here. 3-2 pitch coming up. Studzinski on first will be on the move. And that pitch is outside for a ball. First walk for Jared Reklitis in the ball game.
And after looking so dominant in the first 3 innings, allowing 1 base runner, 4 base runners have reached in this fourth, allowing 2 runs to score for Green Bay. All of a sudden, it feels like this game's kind of getting away from Sheboygan, even though it's only 2-1.
Yeah, and Jared has had to throw a lot of pitches in this inning, too.
Well, good thing that Sheboygan's got Schmitz as that backup option.
Ball is hit up in the air into short right. And over there and making the catch was Ames, but Green Bay responds by scoring 2 runs in the fourth, and after 3.5, they lead it 2-1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Getting ready to start the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Hudson Wagner, and then Nick Tenney and Jimmy Jurgensen. The Green Bay starter, Benji Henke, looked a little shaky in the first. He got some good defensive help and has looked better. He did give up a run, but it was on an error. It's an unearned run. So he has been pitching a little more effectively, but with Sheboygan down 1, they got to work the count, get a run or 2, get the lead.
And we've talked so much recently with the Greenville game, the Denmark games. How will you respond when the other team gets a run? Green Bay gets 2 more of their own, and they take the lead right after Sheboygan took the lead themselves. And that's how a good team responds.
Prior to tonight's game, the Sheboygan A's had the Cedar Grove, Belgium WIAA Championship baseball team here. They won in Division 3. Congratulations to them on a fine season and a championship for Sheboygan County.
Yeah.
Always nice to see the local teams do well, especially if it's the Sheboygan A's.
Exactly. They come back here and win a game in front of the state champs.
Wagner with a good eye takes that pitch down and in. It's 2-1.
He's been drawing more walks recently. He came in to the game about a couple weeks ago, and he didn't have a single walk in over 50 plate appearances. And now he's got 3, and he's got a 3-ball count here.
Eric Hasenstein in the house. It's hammer time. Good breaking ball by Hankey. Got it in the strike zone. It's now 3-2. Hudson working the count well tonight. And he draws a walk.
Big to get that leadoff runner on base. It's what Green Bay did last inning with the single from Plow. Now Sheboygan's got the leadoff runner on of their own. And they got the middle of the order. Get some going here.
Nick Tenney up. Tenney 0 for 1. He was the first strikeout victim by Hankey tonight. He bunts it. Good bunt. Hankey throw to first is in time. Give him a sacrifice. Wagner ends up at second.
That was a good bunt that time. Almost got a base hit out of it. Again, it feels like the bunts just die on this grass. It's very difficult to get a base hit. But advancing the runner, that was definitely his intent on that bunt.
That was a good one, you're right. Jimmy's up. Jimmy with a big cut. Couldn't make contact. Swing and a miss. Jimmy flew out to center his first time. It's a real nice play made by Lozier. And we had talked about this a couple of games ago. When you're in a slump, it seems like you walk up to the plate and it's 0-2. That's where Jimmy sits right now.
He did have a double last night. He's been hitting it better recently, but yeah, for a little bit there, he wasn't his best version of himself.
There's a little stroke out into center field. That's a base hit. Wagner had to hold up, make sure it wasn't caught by Schmidt, so he could only advance to third base on that hit. But a good piece of hitting by Jimmy.
Just sticking the bat out there and using his strength to push it over the second baseman and get himself a base hit.
And Cal Casper up with an opportunity to make amends for that bad throw to first. That allowed the second Green Bay run to score in the top half of this inning. Casper, not a big guy, but he packs a lot of power. And we know about his throwing arm. Pitch is down low. Hankey thought he had a strike, but that was not the case. Jimmy, not much of a base stealing threat over at first. Don't expect him to be going. There's a good breaking ball right in there. Strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Looks like Cal was kind of looking fastball, and if he saw one,
yeah, I think you're right. He was looking for something else. Good take, 3-1. In the ball game, Hankey has walked 3 so far. We're looking for him to walk number 4 or give up a hit. That pitch is up high, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Sawyer Schultes up, and the Green Bay manager coming out to talk to his pitcher. CJ, you know what the manager's name is? Nope, me either. There were like 4 different names. Tanner Alstein was one of the names on Game Changer for managers, I guess. So we'll call him Tanner Alstein, the manager out there talking to the troops. Probably talking more about what they're going to do defensively.
Yeah, base-loaded situation. Looking for that double play.
You got to put your application in for WSCS, cameraman.
I'm doing it next week. That's why I'm missing the game.
Schultes was a strikeout victim back in the third. Oh, he swung at a bad pitch there. George Haas waiting on deck. Infield is back for Green Bay.
Well,
The first baseman, Kirst, is just a step in front of the bag, and the third
look
baseman
at that.
is even with the bag.
Elite camera work.
2-1 is the count. A slow roller to second. Out at second, relay to first is not in time. And Schultes with the good hustle reaches on a fielder's choice and gets an RBI, and we're tied.
That was a close play. That's why you always want a batter with great speed in that situation. Schultes with just enough sprint speed to get there and bring home the run for Sheboygan and tie it up.
George Haas up. Haas scored the other Sheboygan run after he walked in the third. Takes that first pitch for a ball. Good job by Schultes to make contact and get that run home. We're tied, and we're in the bottom of the fourth. Another pitch low and outside.
Big spot here for the bottom of the order, and this is a spot where George House has been really good this season. 2 outs, runners in scoring position. He's found ways to get hits.
Ball 3. I was just checking. Schultes does not have any stolen bases this year. I would not expect him to be running on this pitch, but we'll see. And another walk. Third walk of the inning, 5th of the game.
And Haas, with that walk, ties Harry for the team lead in walks.
Amazing. Ames 0 for 1 was hit by a pitch to lead off the game. Was caught in a rundown later in the inning and was tagged out heading back to third. He got caught in a rundown between home and third base.
He's in .319 this season with runners in scoring position. Been very successful in these spots.
Hankey got the call that time. It was close. Looked pretty good. 1-1. Ames said I wanted that to be a ball. Ames with a swing and a miss. He's got one left. Got to use it, Alex.
Henke was able to strike out Ames last time. He's not a guy who strikes out at a very high rate. See if Ames can put the bat in the ball here.
Oh, threw it back to the screen. This should get Sheboygan a run. It does. Wild pitch by Hankey.
Jimmy's showing off the wheels too. I was hoping that concrete was going to help out the catcher that time.
Yeah, it bounced back a little bit, but not enough. Good speed on third base.
Egner didn't have quite enough time to get back to the plate to tag Jurgensen.
Jimmy with the good hustle. Pitch is up and in.
We talk about responding again. Green Bay responded. How can you respond? Sheboygan puts up 2 more and takes the lead back. Back and forth we go.
And another walk. And that's going to be it for Hinkie. Tanner Alstein coming out. He'll be making a change. Parker Larson coming in. Larson, a big right-hander. Larson has a very high ERA of 7.20, but he's only thrown 5 innings. Hopefully,
look at that.
Sheboygan can get something off of him. He has given up 6 hits. He's walked 3 in those 5 innings. Parker Lawson on the mound.
Yeah, hopefully he comes into a bad situation, and we talked about it last night with Sheboygan relievers having to come in constantly with runners in scoring position, runners on base. Makes it so much more difficult for a reliever. And we've already struggled on the season. Hopefully he can take advantage of those numbers.
Benji Hankey went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 3 hits. His demise was the 6 walks, and of those 6, 4 of them have come in this inning. He did have 4 strikeouts. He's allowed 3 runs so far. He is responsible for the runners on base. And Hanselman's up. Hanselman walked in the first and singled in the third. Need to get Chase on base again and get another run. First pitch gets by the catcher again, and coming in to score is the runner from third, Sawyer Schultes. It's a pass ball on Hegner.
And defense, what we talk about with Sheboygan, sometimes costs them. Right now it's costing Green Bay. It's just poor catching and poor location on the pitches by Green Bay pitching, allowing Sheboygan to get another run.
Great speed on at second with Ames. A hit to the outfield, should score 2. Chase checked his swing but fouled it off. It's 1-1. Sheboygan has put 3 on the board to respond to that Green Bay 2 in the top of the 4th. They lead it 4-2. There's a drive out into right field and deep. The right fielder heading back. He can't get it. It's over his head. This one is going for extra bases. It's going to be a 2-run double for Chase Hanselman. His 12th of the year.
He just keeps adding on to those doubles. Number 12 leads the team in that category. The only one in double digits. And what a big one that was. Brought in 2 more runs, and Sheboygan's starting to blow it open here in the 4th.
Connor Lash. Hanselman now with 17 RBIs on the year. Lucas had mentioned earlier in the broadcast that Chase was sitting with only like 1 or 2 RBIs for a long while, and all of a sudden he's had pretty many RBIs with 17. Oh, not a good swing there by Connor. Connor, the 9th batter to come to the plate for Sheboygan in this 5-run 4th. Good stop that time by Hegner.
And it definitely didn't go to plan for Henke tonight or the Green Bay coaching staff, thinking that he could get them some innings, keep them in the game. And for the first 3 innings, he looked really good. And all of a sudden, the 4th inning, Sheboygan figured him out, and his defense let him down as well, behind the plate especially.
We saw a little preview of this inning where he walked 4 batters in the first when he hit the leadoff hitter and then walked the next batter. So walks will kill you.
Saw it last night.
Line drive to right, down for a base hit. And the throw comes in, knocked down by the catcher, Hegner. Good job by him. Lash holds on at first with his single. And now with 2 outs, Sheboygan has runners on the corners for Hudson Wagner.
And continue to just hit now. All of a sudden, the gates have opened, the floodgates have opened in this 4th inning for the hits for Sheboygan. They only had 2 hits coming in this 4th. They've got 3 hits in this inning.
You know, I know there are probably people watching at home saying, why didn't he score from second? That ball was hit very hard. Right fielder has a very good arm, and it would have been out by 3 or 4 steps at home if they send him.
Even though the throw is offline, you can't just predict, oh, the throw's going to be offline.
Right. Wagner walked and scored his last time up. Sitting now at the plate with an 0-2 count.
Sheboygan's got 5 runs in this inning, and you'd probably be like, wow, it's got to be the most they've scored in an inning this week, right?
Yeah, right.
2 times last night they scored 6 innings, 6 runs in an inning.
And a swing and a miss. And that ends the Sheboygan 4th, but not before they put 5 on the board, and they lead it 6-2.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Colton Hegner, the Green Bay catcher, will lead off the 5th inning. Hegner grounded to short, his first time up.
Hegner has had some problems behind the plate tonight. A couple pass balls. Now, again, it's easier to say it from up here and not how difficult it is to be a catcher and keep everything in front. But, see if he can get some revenge. Hopefully, Recklitis can get him out here. You know he wants to get a hit.
A slow roller. Yeah, throw's not in time. The catcher beat out an infield hit.
Felt like Wagner
I
coming
see
over.
CJ over there smiling. That's those catchers, boy, they got good speed.
Felt like Wagner caused Haas to hesitate for a second on the throw.
Yeah, definitely.
Would have been a close play. It still was.
Benji Hankey's line is complete. We'll give it to you in full after this pitch. The Green Bay starter went 3 2/3, gave up 3 hits, 6 runs. 4 of those were earned. 6 walks, 4 strikeouts. Tough outing for Hankey. Ball is popped up high into left field. Tenney coming on, a lot of time, and makes the catch. Ball is hit very high. That brings up Braden Plow. Plow, 2 for 2. He's above 500 on the year, at least based on the statistics we have. He's due to make an out.
Yeah, you'd hope so, right? He's in over 500.
First pitch is on the outside corner. And again, pickoff attempt at first base, gets by. Pick the ball up and throw it in. Pickoff attempt by Cal is not successful. He throws it out into right field and allows the runner Hagner to advance. And Sheboygan has 3 errors, all of them by Cal Casper. Very unusual.
I talk about in this game, feels like all the runs have come on dead ball plays.
Coming into tonight's action, Cal had 2 errors, and he now has 5, 3 tonight. Unbelievable.
He loves to get that back pick, but it's got more risks than it does reward a lot of times.
Yeah, and you know, I go back to what we were talking about early in the game with him having pitched last night. You know, how's that arm doing tonight?
Yep. You think he'd be a little less aggressive in these situations with probably more than likely a sore arm.
What? No, that, and you got a 4-run lead. You know, it's don't have to force the action too much. Not yet, anyway. Breaking ball called, strike 3. 5th strikeout by Jared.
And he was a similar situation to last inning. He had 2 outs, one runner on base, and all of a sudden, 3 base runners in a row, 2 hits and a walk.
Hey, we got Plow out.
Yeah, right?
We know how to be successful against him. Don't let him hit the ball.
Force him not to swing.
Yeah, that too. Easton Hurd is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Fouled out in the first and was called out in the 4th. That strike evens the count at 1-1.
Hurd's a good hitter. He came in hitting over 280. Reclass has got him 0 for 2 right now. Hopefully it's just not a matter of time that he gets a base hit.
Ball gets by Rex glove, and then it gets by the second baseman Ames, and that was not a good play by the center fielder. Give Hurd an RBI single, and then he goes to second on the throw home. Hanselman should have hit the cutoff man, kept that runner on at first. It's now 6-3 with the runner in scoring position. Folish has flew out to left twice so far.
Last night we talked so heavily about the little things, and that's one of them right there. Giving up an extra base, and now Hurd's in scoring position for the middle of this order. And a guy who's proven to be a great hitter against Sheboygan, Quinn Folish.
Another fly ball. That one hit the deep left. Tenney back. I don't know. He can't get it. It bounces up against the Alliant Energy sign, and that double will score another And all of a sudden, it's 6-4.
And from a game where we were talking about runs being so valuable and few and far between. There's been 9 runs in the last 3 half innings between the two teams.
Oh boy. If Tim decides to follow the plan that we had heard about prior to the start of the game, this is Jared's last inning. Green Bay was 7 hits.
And that's not been unusual this season against Recolytus, but it's just you don't see 4 runs scored against him. He's been able to keep the runners on base stranded there.
Of the 4 runs scored, 3 are earned. There's a line drive out into center field, but Hanselman is there, makes the grab to finally end the inning. But Green Bay responding to the 5 runs Sheboygan scored in the bottom of the 4th with 2 of their own. After 4.5 innings, Sheboygan on top 6-4.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back here at Wildwood Park, Parker Lawson, who finished up the Sheboygan 4th inning, stays on to pitch the 5th inning. The first hitter he'll face is Nick Tenney. I think it's incumbent on Sheboygan to put a few more runs on the board.
Yeah, they need to continue to add on. Feels like in this game and the way these two teams have played each other all year, that 6 runs would be enough to win it. But it's been a weird week at this park for the comeback, scoring runs. And it's proven to be no different tonight, even in a big game with one of Sheboygan's best on the mound.
Tenney with a swing and a miss. Tomorrow night, Sheboygan will be at West Allis. And then on Thursday, they'll be back home against Menasha. That Menasha game will be a Newble game. Count is 1-1. Tenney 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. There's a liner. Caught on the bounce. The throw to first is not in time. Well, it bounces past the first baseman. I don't know about you, Lucas. I think that should be a base hit. That was a heck of a play attempt by the shortstop. And Doug Steinke out. And they're going to talk, the 2 umpires.
The Green Bay manager came out and signaled out. I don't know exactly what he was arguing about.
They might be, Michael Baird, the base umpire, might be asking Steinke if he held the base and...
They didn't catch the ball. The ball went past him. Did he Did he turn to second and then get tagged?
That
That's the only thing I could think
could
of.
have been it too. In either case, Tenney is out.
So it'd be a single then, and then trying for second.
It's hard to tell. I don't know. We'd have to send the intern down there to check it out.
Right.
Jimmy's up with one out.
Why don't we get him a single?
All right, I'll give him a single too. We think what happened, Bill, is he beat the throw and then he made an attempt to run to second, but he didn't. And when the first baseman got the ball, he tagged him, and
That's
then he's
the only
out.
thing I think of. I don't know how else he would have been out.
So it's almost actually what it is a 3 unassisted on the putout, but he does get a hit.
Official, unofficial scoring.
A slow roller out to Schmidt, and Jimmy's out. That's going to bring up Cal Casper.
Cal got walked his last time up. Big spot for him to start a 2-out rally, something that Sheboygan lived off of last night against Denmark.
Cal with a drive to deep right. But hauling it in out there was Follish, and that ends the Sheboygan 5th. After 5 complete, Sheboygan still on top.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
We got a clarification on the Nick Tenney play. He hit one to short, and it was actually caught in the air by the shortstop. There was really no call. The shortstop played it over to first, and when everything was sorted out, Tenney was out on a line out to short. So no hit for Nick, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lawson, and we're in the top of the 6th.
You wonder why he played it, continued to play it after he caught
Because there was no call by the umpire. Nobody yelled out or signaled, so
That's fair, yep.
do the judicious thing and try to get him at first with the throw. It all makes sense in the end. And CJ, just so you realize, the umpire got it right. CJ's response? Good pitch by Reck. That evens the count at 2-2 on Drew Sidzinski. Drew is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Breaking pitch on the outside corner, strike 3. Sidzinski didn't like it, but that's the call.
Oh, threw him out of the game.
Boy, we haven't seen many toss-outs, and that was a quick one.
He drew a line in the dirt.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll
we're
do
not
it.
close yet. It's only 2-1 over there. He was
Boone cursed up. That's, well, one thing we do know about Green Bay is they have enough subs. Good fastball by Reck. We thought he was going to come out after 5, but he is out here for the 6th. And strikeout.
As he was walking away, he kind of drew a line.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Can't be doing that kind of stuff. Showing up the umpire is not a good thing.
Quickest way to get ejected.
Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good job by Kurst to hang in there. Reck was cranking up for the fastball, trying to get a little extra on it, but Kurst able to hang in there.
The problem for Reclays has been with 2 outs. It's when all the damage has come. He's gotten 2 quick outs, 2 of the first 3 batters in the last 2 innings. And 2 runs have come across in each of those 2 innings.
Not this inning.
You hope.
I'd bet, but I'm not a betting man.
He's given up 3 earned runs in this game. Coming into this game, in 36 innings, he'd given up 3 earned runs. Or in 30 innings.
2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to short. Nice hop for Haas. His throw across is not in time.
Step on the bag. Step on the
Take
bag.
the base, Jimmy. Gosh, it's not that hard. 6-3 put out. Hey, keep it interesting.
That reminds me of that Javier Baez play from a few years ago. You ever seen that one?
I don't
Against
know.
the Pirates.
Okay.
He hit a ground ball, or Rizzo, it was someone at the plate. He wasn't hitting, and he was at first base. And he came back, or he was at the plate, I'm sorry. And he hit the ball softly and was running to first, and he got in a rundown in between home and first. And a run scored, and they never tagged him. He ended up at second base on the play.
Really? So even the major leaguers will make those mistakes. All right, we got 2 outs, a strike on the batter. Things have calmed down up here in the press box. Everybody take a deep breath. We're doing well. We're up 2 outs, 6th inning. Recolytis looking good. Breaking ball just a little bit outside. Carson Hawley up. Hawley flew out to right. That was a deep one. Then he popped up to second in short right.
Gonna be interesting to see what Green Bay does in Sadzinski's place next time, or next half inning when he has to play the third base.
Yeah.
And then when he comes to hit.
I wonder if he can sit in the dugout even though he's been tossed. Called, strike 3, nice pitch by Reck. Put it right on that outside corner, just like he got Sadzinski. But that ends the Green Bay 6th. So we head to the bottom half.
Whenever you shop Meyer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Matt Schulter with 41 stolen bases is a single season leader in stolen bases for Sheboygan. We all thought it was Gus Walker, but
Recency bias, I guess, for us.
yeah, right. We saw Gus play here. He's an excellent center fielder. I'm going to grab that record book and make sure you got that right. Sawyer Schultes had a big play in that five-run fourth when he had a ground ball to second. They got the force at second and the throw back to first for the double play. They just couldn't quite get it there in time. Schultes hustling made it a fielder's choice and a run scored on the play. Sawyer 0 for 2 in the game, but he does have that RBI.
It's a big RBI. It was the one that tied the game at the time.
Yeah, and he wound up coming around and scoring a run. Oop, couldn't check his swing. That evens the count at 1-1. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning, bottom of the sixth, and we're all tied. Sheboygan is up by 2, 6-4. In the hit column, Green Bay leads it 7-5. Good job of hanging in there by Sawyer. Rec came out to pitch the sixth. We were under the impression that Eric Schmitz was going to pitch the final 4. We'll have to just see how Tim does this. Schultes is down on strikes.
Yeah, you'd have to think Schmitz would come out next 2 innings. He's been so good for Sheboygan, so is Ricklitis. In a must-win game, Tim Moyer knows that. That's why he's putting his 2 best pitchers together on the same outing.
Haas is up. Haas has 2 walks in the game, and that second walk gave him the lead, team lead for the season.
Tied him
with Harry.
Number 19, that one was.
And George has made him pay for those walks too, scoring each time.
Yeah, it came into yesterday's action with an on-base percentage of .309. For him hitting under 200, that's very good.
Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Parker Lawson still on the mound for Green Bay. George hammers that one out to right, but making the catch was Follish. And that takes us to the top of the order. Alex Ames.
Ames is only 0 for 1 with the strikeout. He's been hit by a pitch, number 14, and he's also walked. Big spot for him.
Breaking ball is grounded into right field for a base hit. Ames on with the single. "13 stolen bases for Alex. I got to believe he's going to be going early in this at bat for Hanselman, trying to get in the scoring position.
And the couple throws that we've seen from Hegner behind the plate haven't been completely online. So it wouldn't be surprising to see Ames on the move, try again, scoring position. Give Sheboygan some insurance with one of their big bats at the plate.
Alex did not take a big lead on the first pitch. He's stretching it out a little bit this time, not much more. Hanselman 2 for 2 in the game with the walk, and he had that big 2-run double in that 5-run fourth. Ames on the move, ball in the dirt, gets away from Hegner, and stolen base for Ames. Two-out rally for Sheboygan. Let's see if Chase can come through. Up that 2-run lead to 3. Good pitch by Lawson. Evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a man on second. And the question is, are deuces wild? I say yes.
I know. It gets better.
Slow roller to short. Ames trying to distract the fielder, but he didn't, and it's a 6-3 putout, and that ends the Sheboygan 6th. After 6 complete, Sheboygan still on top.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Well, the winner of tonight's 50-50 jackpot takes home $114. You know, one thing we didn't mention about the game last night that's of interesting tidbit is there were 454 pitches thrown in the game, Lucas. That's got to be some kind of a record.
That's up there. I don't think that's in the record book for one of the records, but that'd have to be top 10 for sure.
Colton Hegner is up, and you look at Colton's pants, they're all dirty. I mean, it's just like a catcher.
He's been chasing after balls behind the plate.
Foul ball right into the mitt of Cal. And Recklight is still on the mound.
Maybe just waiting, see how much gas Recklight has left. Use Schmitty in that closer role maybe. Get that fresh arm for the 8th and 9th, or maybe just even the 9th. Recklight can get through his next inning smoothly.
Ball rides up and in, makes the count 2-1. Game started to morph into a Denmark game in the fourth inning when Green Bay walked 4 A's batters, and there were some pass balls and wild pitches in there. It was pretty sloppy. Ball gets away from Casper. Let's see if he can get the catcher. He does. Good throw by Cal.
Best guy to have running in that situation for Casper. Had enough time to make the play with the 1-3 or 2-3 put out. Great job by Jimmy, get on the right side of the bag as well.
Wouldn't that have been something? Hagner beat out infield hit in the fifth inning, and then for him to get one of those, but Casper up to the task, threw him out. Takes us up to the top of the order with Landon Lozier, the fine center fielder for Green Bay. I only got Landon with one catch. I thought he had a couple, but
Lozier is one of those Division I players on this Green Bay team. Goes to Kansas University.
But he's not a Jayhawk.
Yes, he is.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive. But you know what? D1 player, he's 0 for 3. Guy can't hit.
D1 on D1. UW Milwaukee versus Kansas.
Good check of the swing. No, they're calling him as a swing. And Lozier not happy with the call, and I don't blame him. I thought he checked the swing. Unless the pitch was in the strike zone, which it didn't look like it.
I don't think it was.
No balls and 2 strikes. Reclitis dealing. Pitch low and in. Sheboygan will send up their 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the bottom of the 7th. It's a line drive over the head of the shortstop for a base hit. Holy cow. Good job by Reclitis to back up. What happened on that?
Yeah, looked like.
Was it a double?
No, I'd give him a triple on it. Haas had a chance at him at third. The throw just sailed on him.
Well, I saw it go over the head of the shortstop. I didn't realize it got that far out into the outfield where he was going for extra bases. I put my head down. Wow.
Hit hard. Kept rolling.
All right.
Plo, another guy.
1-out triple for Lozier.
Plo, another Division I athlete, goes to Valparaiso. Top of the order is stacked with talent, and we've seen it on full display.
One ball pitch is popped up into left field. This will be deep enough to score the run. Tenney on the catch. And Lozier's in with the run. And it's now a 6-5 ball game. Sheboygan on top only by 1.
It's a game that Sheboygan can't let get away from them. Had the early lead. Feels like momentum is lost now. Green Bay continuing to chip away. Hopefully they can hold them off till the end.
That brings up Easton Hurd. Hurd, the number 3 hitter in the order. He's their shortstop. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game with an RBI single. And he's made some fine plays at short. Ball out on New Jersey Avenue. Reclitis dealing. and gets Hurd on strikes. And that ends the 7th inning, but not before Green Bay puts a run on the board. After 6.5, Sheboygan on top by 1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start the 7th inning. Sheboygan's half of the 7th. They'll send up Connor Lash. Connor is 2 for 3 in the ball game. DHing tonight. He was behind the dish part of the game last night. Quick announcement before we go any further. Sheboygan A's golf outing will be Sunday, August 16th at Town and Country. You can sign up for that at the A's website. Always a fun event. Get your college friends. It's only $125 per person.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Maybe in a few years.
Good fastball by Lawson. Lash singled in the first, dumped one into short right down the line. There's a line drive out into center field, but making the play out there was Lozier. Made it look easy. Brings up Hudson Wagner.
Yeah, Lawson really struggled in his first inning when he came in the 4th, but ever since then, he's been locked down.
Yeah, he came in the 4th inning, gave up a couple of hits actually before retiring Wagner, and then he's been not very hittable since then.
Just one hit given up in the 5th and 6th combined.
Retired 6 in a row before giving up that hit to Ames, and now he's retired the next 2.
And that Ames hit was a 2-out hit, so it didn't really have much traffic to pitch with anyway.
Sheboygan collected 11 hits last night in the 10 innings. Pretty good amount. Tonight they have 6. But like Lucas mentioned, Lawson has been very effective.
So you can't judge a pitcher by their numbers. He came in with the
ground ball, knocked down by Schmidt. Throw over is just in time to get Wagner. Good play by Schmidt to stay with it. He knocked it down and was able to pick it up and throw out Hudson.
He came in, as we mentioned, with an ERA over 7.
Yeah,
right?
Got that way down, doesn't he?
And he's really been the guy who's gotten this game in control for Green Bay.
Tenney's up. Nick is 0 for 2. That sacrifice pops it up. If it stays in play, Hepner couldn't quite get there. He actually got there, but was not able to make the catch. Good effort by him. Tenney with new life. Oop, not a good swing. Give Lawson credit. That was a good breaking pitch, low and away. And Tenney just couldn't hold up.
See if Tenney can get some going and kind of break up that momentum that Lawson has built in his appearance.
Everything after 2. Ball is fouled right off of Hegner's mask. He seems to be okay. In the game last night, Hayden Kunkel ran into the center field wall and had to leave the game. We're hoping he's okay. We don't want anybody getting hurt tonight either. Tenney couldn't catch up to that fastball. And that ends the Sheboygan 7th. Through 7 complete, Sheboygan up 1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Eric Schmitz in to pitch the 8th inning for Sheboygan. I give you Jared Recklitis' line. He goes 7, gives up 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 were earned. Walked 1, struck out 9. Very nice outing for him. Now it's up to Schmitty to hold him down.
And Schmitz has been dominant for Sheboygan this season. 1.96 ERA, 27 strikeouts to 6 walks.
Making his 7th appearance, first relief appearance of the year. Lucas.
The last time Tim Moyer did this with with Schmitz and Recklitis, it was flipped. Schmitz started the game, Recklitis came in relief.
Yeah, and Recklitis picked up his only save of the season that night. Tonight, Schmitty with no saves has a chance to pick one up. Quinn Follish is going to start it off in the 8th for Green Bay. Sheboygan scored 5 in the 4th, and they're trying to make that stand up. They lead at 6-5. Follish hit an RBI double back in the 5th, his last time. pitch just off the outside corner makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Paints the outside corner for strike 2. 2-2 is the count.
As a big guy to get out here, Quinn Follish doubled his last time up. Got a lot of power at the plate. Mentioned the 5 home runs, 15 RBIs. Good to have him at the plate with nobody on base.
Nice pitch by Schmitty. Follish goes on. It's the first strikeout for Eric. We mentioned Rec had 9 Ks, only 1 walk. Jared ran into a little bit of trouble in the 4th and the 5th when Green Bay came up with 2 runs each. But he was able to work through that. That brings up the second baseman, Dawson Schmidt. Dawson's had a nice game with an RBI double and a couple of nice plays in the field. Liner through the right side of the infield for a hit.
Three. Jake Potasic.
Jake Potasic batting for Sidzinski. Jake hitting 267. Potasic playing for Drew Sidzinski, who got thrown out after being called out on strikes. There's a hit out into right field. That's going to drop for a single.
Schultes was playing very deep.
Yeah, he was playing very deep and not able to catch up with it. And Green Bay has life. 1 out, runners on first and second, and Boone Kirstup. You know, as I look at Sawyer in right, he's still very deep.
Yeah, especially against a right-handed hitter doesn't make as much sense, but maybe Kirst is an opposite field hitter that we don't know about.
You wonder how much scouting report Sheboygan has on some of these guys. Kirst overpowered by the fastball, Schmitty. And Schmitty had a great pitch there, and he's looking in like, why wasn't that a strike? But it's not. Evens the count at 1-1.
He'd love a ground ball double play here. Suck the life out of the Blue Ribbons.
Ball is foul ticked right into the mitt of Cal Casper. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. There is 1 out. Carson Howley waiting on deck. Ground ball is foul. It looked foul from where we were standing, and it's the right call.
It's tough to tell from our angle. We got that big pull right directly in front of first base.
It looked to me like the ball was foul all the way, actually.
You see Jurgensen, you know, you don't think he'd be so adamant that it was foul, a fair, if he didn't see it.
Tim Moyer, I think he's looking to get thrown out. Could have been a double play.
Yeah.
He'd be out of the inning, but that not the case. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kirst, and there is only 1 out. Things are going a little bit sideways in the top of the 8th. See if Sheboygan can work out of it. Good Good job of hanging in there by Kirst. He fouls it off. It all started with the first pitch being a strike and the second pitch being on the what looked to us like the outside corner, but it was called a ball. And then we had the ball hit down the first baseline that was called foul. There's one that's going to go into right field, and that is going to tie up the ball game. And that time the outfielder hits a cutoff man, which is a good thing, but we're tied at 6.
Just unfortunate. You got your aces in the game, and Green Bay just brought it to him. You just don't see this very often against Recolaitis and Schmitz. Hitting at will, stringing hits together. The third hit of the inning.
3 straight hits after strikeout to start the inning. We're tied at 6. Carson Hawley up. Hawley swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt. Green Bay with 11 hits. Pitch is popped up into center field. Hanselman makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. No, Schmidt's not going to get his first save of the season.
Get a win, though.
Could get a win. He's got 5 on the season. Could pick up his 6th win. This brings up the number 9 hitter, Colton Hegner. Colton has an infield hit in the 5th, almost reached base on a strikeout pass ball type situation, but Cal Casper able to throw him out to complete the strikeout. Tosick on at second. And Kirst over at first. No balls and 2 strikes on Hegner. See what Schmidt elects to do here.
Green Bay just chipped away.
Oh boy. Strikeout with the putout. Good hustle by Hegner, forcing the throw, but he's out. But Green Bay does tie up the ball game.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Leading off the 8th inning for Sheboygan will be Jimmy Jurgensen. Jimmy's 1 for 3 in the ball game. He singled and scored back in Sheboygan's 5-run 4th. Parker Lawson has really been good. He has given up in his 3 1/3 innings, only 3 hits, no walks, and has 3 strikeouts.
And hopefully Sheboygan could finally get to him one of these times.
Jimmy has Team high 29 RBIs. Jimmy also has 6 home runs.
He normally seems to hit his home runs in clutch situations. What a spot this would be. But it's so important for him not to focus on trying to hit that home run, but just trying to get on base.
Jimmy takes that pitch for ball 2. Wonder if Tim Moyer would pinch run for Jimmy if he reaches leading off the 8th inning. Lawson was very effective right around the plate the first 3 1/3 innings. He's having trouble with Jimmy. Jimmy taking the 3-0 pitch for strike 1. Cal Casper waiting on deck. And Jimmy takes that one inside for ball 4. Moyer thinking about it.
Yeah, we
Is he
saw
gonna put
it
in a
before.
pinch runner or not?
We've seen it before. Kearns came in.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad
ago.
choice. What we haven't seen Cal do this year is any sacrifice bunting. 1-on-1 this year.
I feel like I remember him specifically doing it once.
He does have one, you're right. First pitch is a strike. He was not showing bunt on that first pitch. If it's going to happen, it's going to be done right now. Pitch is low.
At third baseman behind the bag at third. Casper's got good speed. Doesn't have to just be a sacrifice.
Jimmy not taking a big lead. Popped up in foul ground. First baseman runs out of room, bounces off the Green Bay dugout. Sawyer Schultes waiting on deck. We're in the bottom of the 8th, tie ball game. Ball is in the dirt. Good stop by Hagner. Count is 2-2. Casper overdue. He was 0 for 5 last night. He's 0 for 2 with the walk tonight. Lawson's pitch is in the dirt. 3-2.
Big spot here for Casper. You want him to get on base, but you don't want to strike out look in this spot either. Got to protect the plate. Try not to chase.
Popped up in the middle of the infield in short center field. Making the catch was Schmidt, the second baseman. And unproductive out. Jimmy has to stay at first. Schultes is up. Good fastball on the knees for strike 1. Jimmy perched on first yet. Sawyer swinging at a pitch that looked like it was outside the strike zone. Good pitch by Lawson. Teasing him and got him to swing and miss. 0-2.
Big spot, you don't want to strike out. Obviously, it's easier said than done. Just find a way to put the ball in play.
Ground ball to short. This looks like it could be 2. It's only going to be 1. The bobble out near second base that prevented the double play. They did get the force out, however. Jimmy out on a 6-4 putout. Schultes on.
Base umpires had enough of the Green Bay dugout complaining. Heard of that last night with the Sheboygan dugout from the home plate umpire. Teams want to win the games. It's very competitive.
Green Bay already had one player tossed for showing up, home plate umpire Doug Steinke. And a little one hopper right to Lawson. He picks and tosses the first for the 3rd out, and we're heading to the 9th, all tied up.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Landon Lozier is going to lead off the 9th inning for Green Bay. His last at bat, he tripled to left center field and then scored on a sacrifice fly.
Not the part of the order you want to see if you're Schmitz on the mound. It's done a lot of damage tonight, especially Plo on deck.
We mentioned Sheboygan will be in West Allis tomorrow night for a game against the Nationals. Again, a Wisconsin State League game. And then on Thursday, Sheboygan will be back home against Menasha in Newble action against the Max. That ball's driven to deep right center field and out of here, a home run.
Wow.
Yep.
Hey, you're just waiting for him. We talked about him. He goes to Kansas, right? He was 0 for 3. Gets a triple and a home run his next 2 at bats. It's just
It's
a
the 4th home run given up by Schmitty on the season. And that gives Green Bay a 7-6 lead, and we are in the 9th inning.
You know, you're up 6-2. And you've got your best pitchers on the mound. You just feel so confident. And Green Bay, got to give credit to them.
Jimmy backpedaling and makes the catch. Good play by Jimmy.
Good thing for Sheboygan is they got the top of the order to up next inning as well.
The difference is Green Bay's got 12 hits. We only have 6. We depended a lot on Green Bay pitchers walking our guys to score those 5 runs in the 4th.
Sheboygan's offense last season.
Liner just foul.
Sheboygan's offense this season, a lot of times been predicated on walks, timely hitting, and the big inning. That's how they get a lot of their runs. They score them in bunches. We've seen times they've scored 9 runs a game, and 8 of them have come in 1 inning.
Ground ball to short. Haas. Ball is in the dirt, but Jimmy able to scoop it up. Hurt is out, and that brings up Quinn Follish. On the season now, this is does not include last night's game or anything that happened tonight, but Sheboygan was hitting 255 as a team, and I remember seasons when we'd be hitting 300 as a team, and the hitting is just not what it's been other seasons. And like you said, you know, we've been depending on other ways to score runs.
And it's really impressive what they've done pitching-wise in big games, and they've had the timely hitting that's led them to be first place.
Another hit for Green Bay. That's the 5th hit off of Schmitty since he came on in the 8th.
The good news for Sheboygan is that even if they lose this game, they're still a game up on first place.
Yeah, but
everyone's on their tail.
They're
right there.
It's going to extend that losing streak that they're into 5 games. And what really hurts about tonight's game, it's not over yet by any means, don't get me wrong, but geez, we had a 4-run lead and we couldn't score anything after that. Good running catch out there by Hanselman, and that finally ends the 9th inning, but Green Bay was really hitting the ball hard, including Lozier's long home run. So we're heading to the 9th, down by 1.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. Thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Isaac Pullman now pitching for Green Bay. Left-hander. Lucas said we've seen this guy. I've got the score sheets from the first 2 games, and he did pitch an inning on the 9th, and he also pitched an inning on the 24th. So you're right, we have seen him before. He's Pullman has a 4.26 ERA. He's pitched 12 2/3 innings. According to these stats, Lucas, he's given up 15 walks, but he does have 18 strikeouts. Wonder if that's correct. First batter he'll face is Alex Ames.
Last chance.
Pullman's first pitch is high for ball 1. Parker Lawson is in line to get the win if Pullman can hold the lead. Parker goes 4 1/3, gives up 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Very nice outing for that young man.
He was exceptional tonight. Really shut down Sheboygan's offense. They're coming off a 5-run inning, and then all of a sudden, it went cold. The A's weren't really able to string anything together against them.
Ames at the plate with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Takes that pitch low and in. Waiting on deck is Chase Hanselman. There's a liner right at the shortstop, Hurd, who makes the catch. And that's 1 out in the 9th for Sheboygan.
It kind of reminds me of what happened last night. Again, it wasn't as much of a robbed hit as Salem's was, but it was a hard hit ball to start the inning. Sheboygan desperately needed a run, and it was an out. Ended up in the glove of an outfielder last night and an infielder tonight.
Hanselman has a couple hits. Need to get one right here. First pitch is a ball. Green Bay scored 2 in the 4th to take a 2-1 lead. Sheboygan responded with 5, took a 6-2 lead. Green Bay got 2 more in the 5th, make it 6-4, and then they've scored single runs in the 8th and 9th to go on top 7-6. Sheboygan unable to get much of anything going against Parker Lawson.
He was dominant tonight.
2-1 pitch coming up. That ball is in the dirt. Waiting on deck is Connor Lash.
Get that tying run at the plate and the winning run.
Another pitch in the dirt, and that's a walk. We mentioned Pullman has had trouble with his control.
And Sheboygan's a team up and down the lineup that's just got great discipline. They don't strike out a whole ton, and they walk an extremely high rate. And now you got Connor Lash looking for that first home run. The winning run at the plate, tying run at first.
Lash 2 for 4 in the ball game. Got good speed in Hanselman at first. Pitch is up for ball 1. The left fielder, Hawley, is almost playing into a left center field. Anything down the line is going to be tough to stop Hanselman from scoring. Good stop by the blue ribbon catcher, Hegner.
And 2-0, you expect them to get a great pitch to hit.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Be looking fastball here. If not, take it.
Bouncing ball up the middle. They got 1 at first. The throw to first is not in time. It drew the first baseman off. So with 2 outs, Sheboygan has Connor Lash at first. Boy, you could only hope for a bad hop when it went out towards second base, but Lash on with fielder's choice. Wagner with good powers up. He could walk it off. First pitch is a strike. Hawley, that left fielder, is still positioned way over into what I would almost call left center field.
When Sheboygan has struggled this season, it's been when they've faced pitchers that are around the zone consistently. When they face pitchers who have been wild, they've drawn the walks, they've taken their time, they've worked great at bats, And then when they've got a couple runners on base, they get that big hit. Turns what would have been a 1-run inning to a 3-4-run inning. And that's how they've won games this season. Both lost, and he was around the zone a lot of the nights, and he didn't give up a whole lot of hard hit contact.
There's a line drive into left field. It's down for a base hit. Good play by Hawley to keep it in front of him. And Lash has to hold on at second base.
And now, do you think of pinch running for Connor Lash at second base?
I don't think so. I think he's fast enough.
Okay.
Nick Tenney up.
2 outs, he'll be going on contact anyway.
Now Hawley moving over more into straightaway left. Pullman's first pitch is up high. We got Lash at second and Hudson Wagner on at first. There are 2 outs. Tenney looking for his first hit of the night. And tried to check a swing but could not. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a ball in the gap.
Pardon me, 1-1.
Ball in the gap should score Wagner. He's got great speed and he'll be running on contact.
There's a good rip by Tenney, but he came up empty. Now it's 1-2. You got to strike left, Nick. Come on, you got to use it. Lash will be running like the wind if there's a hit to the outfield. Foul tick right into the mid of the catcher. And that ends the Sheboygan rally in the 9th. And they drop this game to Green Bay. A tough loss by a score of 7-6. That runs their state league record now to 11-5. Green Bay improves to 11-7. Lucas, some impressions by you?
It was a game that you thought Sheboygan had. They put up the 5-run inning in the 4th, and they went up 6-2. And you're like, we got Reclays, we got Schmitz, it's going to be a win. And all of a sudden, Green Bay, you got to give credit to them. They just hit the ball really hard. Great top of the order with Plow and Lozier. And they made Sheboygan pay, and they were able to hold on in the end.
Parker Lawson picks up the win in relief. He pitched very fine his 4 1/3 innings. Isaac Pullman picks up the save. And taking the loss, his first of the year, was Eric Schmitz. We're going to see you again on Thursday when Menasha comes to town. But for my partner, Lucas, I'm Mike saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.